Salisbury Center, we are ready for our next fight. Making his way to the ring and fighting out of the red corner, it's Tariq Razack.
Tariq Razack fighting out of Capital MMA, and Charles, every time we see Capital MMA, you just don't know what's going to happen. Now, Capital MMA had some bad luck earlier in the evening tonight, but 5'6", 135, you start to see the elbow pads and the shin guards as Tariq makes his way out.
Yeah, and I believe this is the fourth fight of the 135-pound Grand Prix tournament. And look, you know, Tariq and Capital MMA, we've seen Tariq fight before. He's very talented. He's going to be fighting a very tough competitor in Kaizen MMA's Joseth Moreno. And these are two powerhouse gyms here, I'll tell you, in this DMV area, specifically in this TCB Cagezilla era. These two gyms are always coming out and showing out with very high-quality fighters.
Very quick, Michael Doman gets him ready to go. Tariq makes his way up to the top. He's going to hop over the top rope, make his way into the ring, and we're going to throw it down to Chris and get the blue corner introduction. Chris.
And his opponent, making his way to the ring and fighting out of the blue corner, it's Joseth Moreno.
Joseth Moreno, 5'6", out of Kaizen MMA. It's Capital MMA versus Kaizen MMA, which is always something to see.
Yeah, no, I mean,
sorry.
No, I'm with you, man. Look, you know, I don't have enough good things to say about Kaizen MMA. You know, we talked about them.
What happens when you've been drinking, Chris?
Yeah.
You got to stop drinking up here.
We've talked about them in the past, but, you know, Coach Dave Chun has really taken over that kickboxing program and developed some very high-level fighters like we saw just earlier with Arthur Payton. You got Liam Pinheiro, who's one of the best up-and-coming coaches in the DMV, who's getting a lot of time cornering guys there over at Kaizen MMA. And of course, you see those hand wraps. That's Arthur Payton back there coming off of his big win, standing next to Najim Wali, one of the head coaches and owners over there at Kaizen MMA. So, you know, I spoke ad nauseum about how great they were, but it's hard not to, right? Like, they have so much success. They have guys making their debuts tonight professionally, having success in other parts of the country. I mean, it's not easy to do, to have that type of operation where you have multiple fight nights going on in multiple different areas of the world. It's actually insane, I can tell you. Having two fighters on one card is enough, right? Having two fighters on 6 different cards each, that's something else entirely.
Trying to juggle all that in the back, trying to make sure the seconds are out there, making sure you have enough supplies.
Making sure you got, like, Vaseline, you know? Like, you don't even think, things you wouldn't think about, you know? There's a lot of small details that these guys have locked down. But, of course, when I say that in one breath, I look at Capital MMA and I see the same thing there. They have some of the best, in my opinion, they have the best Dutch-style kickboxing in the DMV. And, you know, you see that a lot when you look at a guy like Connor Mosby, who's fought here in TCB, he's fought here in Cagezilla, and he's just had so much success with his kickboxing. It's the proof is in the pudding, as they say.
All right, it looks like Joseph's up there in the ring, and I have plenty of Vaseline, so let's take it away, Chris.
Salisbury Center, this bout is scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds in the TCB 135-pound division. This bout is brought to you by Green Village Concrete, the level best in Northern Virginia. Starting out, fighting out of the red corner, standing 5'6" and weighing in at 134 pounds, fighting out of Capital MMA, it's Tariq Razack. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, standing 5'6" and weighing in at 134 pounds, fighting out of Kaizen MMA, it's Joseth Moreno. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds in our TCB 135-pound division. It is part of our TCB Grand Prix series. And your referee is Victor Matamala.
All right, Victor will be back out doing the referee duties again here for bout number 11 in the Grand Prix for the 135 as he calls both fighters out there to make sure the rules are still squared away, right? No knees to the head. They do have elbow guards and they do have shin guards. Tariq will have the black gloves with the red tape. Joseph will have the black gloves with the blue tape fighting with those blue elbow guards. All right, all the judges are ready. Victor checks with both fighters, and here we go. Touching gloves. I expected Tariq to come out very fast.
Yeah, we've seen him in the past. He's got a lot of power.
Wow. Yeah, very fast when things happen here. Little inside kick to the leg, but we're going to start seeing these shots. Oh, good shot.
Punch in there from Joseth Moreno. I like how he's got that control. He's using that left hand almost as like a measuring stick, and then he's getting that right hand back whenever those crazy hooks start coming his way. Good inside leg kick there from Tariq.
He's really got his hand. Joseph really has his hands down low. Needs to pick those things up a little bit.
Well, the one thing I'll tell you is that he's using it as like almost like a guard, right? Like he's using like that kind of like a stiff arm.
Yeah.
And that's what's allowing him to get out of the way and then start landing that counter right. And then you'll see as he angles off, he fires that kick too, right to the body.
Good left hand.
So he's doing a good job of keeping Tariq on the outside, but of course, right now he's in trouble because Tariq's cut him off and now he's in the corner. Oh, beautiful right hand. Punches, circles his way right out. That's really good technique there. This is excellent footwork here from Moreno.
Joseph's really keeping him at bay, though. Tariq is really doing a great job.
Yeah, I like the way Tariq cuts him off. Ooh, that kick snuck in there. There was some connection there. That foot looked like the top of that foot connected on Moreno's jaw. And now good pressure.
Good right hand from Tariq.
Yeah, you do not want to be in the pocket with Tariq because when he starts throwing, you can tell it's stiff and he throws really good punches and bunches. And look, he cuts him right off. He doesn't follow Moreno. He cuts him off and forces him to engage. And the question is, can Moreno kind of keep up this footwork and stay on the outside long enough to avoid all these power shots from Tariq?
Joseph is still throwing that left. He is sneaking that left in there. I haven't seen him throw a whole lot of rights, but those lefts have really been coming through.
Yeah, that was great first round. Really conflicting styles. You saw Moreno playing the role of the matador, right? Dancing around, using his jab, using that straight right hand. And then you saw Tariq kind of cutting him off and forcing some of these engagements, which I thought played to his strength, right? Good body shots, good kicks. He did a lot of things right there as well. So a tough round to call. I'm inclined to say that was Moreno's round because of a couple of those right hands that landed. But I saw some paths to victory for Tariq there, especially when he's able to cut off Moreno and put him in the corner.
I'm so terrible at this. You think Moreno won that?
I think, yeah, I think you can make that argument. But again, ultimately, look, none of us are refs. We call it how we see it, right? So and by the way, like all the refs could have a different view of this. It's subjective.
I just really felt like Tariq was, even though he took some shots from Moreno, he really was the more aggressor. He landed more, and you can see that the body shots really caught Joseph a little off guard a little bit, especially on some of those kicks.
Hey, those are all valid points. You know, don't sell yourself short. I think I definitely hear what you're saying. And I think as long as Tariq can keep cutting him off, like that inside leg kick is tremendous, especially at slowing down Moreno's movement, and that's what's going to allow him to cut him off. And see right here his footwork, he's going side to side, and he's forcing Moreno to engage.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
He's not following him around the ring.
I was getting ready to say, it looks like Joth's trying to escape, and Tariq does not want that to happen. There's a good left hand, though. I'm going to tell you, Joseph's left hand, I haven't seen him throw a whole lot of rights, but those left hands are getting through.
Yeah, he threw only 2 rights last round, and he landed both of them, and he was using them when he was circling out. But that's because Tariq is doing a nice shot there from Tariq. He's doing such a good job of cutting him off. See right here, he doesn't follow him. He immediately takes the center, and he starts mirroring whatever Moreno is doing.
Good body shots from Tariq to the body. I mean, just the rib section, he's just catching him right now.
And, you know, the one thing Moreno is doing well with his footwork and circling out is also costing him a bit of power, right? He's always circling away. He's always kind of punching on the move, so he's not able to sit on his punches and get a little bit more pop to them.
Those left hands, look at those left hands that Joseph throws. He just sneaks them through, and you can see Tariq's head kind of snap back a little bit.
They got some pop on him. When he sits on them, they do cause a reaction. It's just he's landing the most of them that he's landing are when he's already in movement. Ooh, good left hook there. Excuse me, right hook from Tariq.
Joseph is still doing a really good job of making sure Tariq is still off balance, though. But Tariq just cuts him off. Look, slides out.
I would have to agree with Kevin. I think Tariq's got it.
Yeah. Well, no, to that point, right? Tariq is doing a great job.
That means we're both wrong.
He's doing such a good job of cutting off Joseph, right? Like he cuts off Joseph, he lands a hard shot, but I will say Moreno looks like he's landing some shots too. That was a good one from Tariq. It's a lot more even, I think, than the footwork would suggest, right? It's like if your style is a guy who dances around, you're going to say, oh, Moreno's winning, easy. If you like a guy who's going to cut you off and make you trade, then Tariq, I think, is definitely winning, right? So it really depends on what you value the most Is it not getting hit and moving and countering on your own, or is it landing the most significant shots?
Let me tell you how this works, Skylar, is I think that somebody's winning the fight.
And you're wrong.
And I'm always
Every single
wrong.
time?
Every time.
So we should pick the opposite.
No. Don't, like, to even come that close to winning the lottery tonight was probably the craziest thing ever because I never do anything right.
I don't either, so it's okay.
It's tough up here in the booth, guys.
It is.
It's tough. But, you know, we got the third and final round here coming up, and it has been so even that depending on what you value as a judge, you could theoretically have both guys up 2 rounds to none, or it could be 1-1. And it's going to come down to, can Moreno land some harder punches and prevent, you know, get Tariq to follow him instead of cutting him off. And then for Tariq, it's like, hey, can I get him in a corner and can I start landing some of these bombs that I've been putting myself in that position for?
Now, how many judges is there in a ring, like for a ring?
There's 3. So there's 3,
Okay.
3 ringside judges.
Third and final round, they both meet up, touch gloves, give a little hug right before we get going here. Good left hand still from Moreno. Moreno a little more active with the kicks here.
Yeah.
Good left hand from Moreno. He looks a little more active here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's being a little bit more active as he moves. And it looks like he's landing at the end of his punches.
I know that, listen, this whole entire fight, his hands, I feel like, have been down low around his waist.
But a lot of the punches that he's taken have been to the body or kicks to the leg. It's not like he's getting hit to the face that much.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's because he is so rangy and he's always angling off. Good slip there from Tariq. And I love that Tariq's cutting him off the way he is. But it almost seems like when Tariq starts to unload, Moreno just constantly moves.
Yeah.
Oh, good switch kick there from Moreno. But now Tariq's staying on him a little bit. That inside leg kick is key. That's what's going to prevent Moreno from circling out. And I think after Tariq lands that inside leg kick, that's when you got to start putting the punches together. You get Moreno's stance squared, that's when you want to pressure forward.
Little inside leg kick again from Tariq.
He's using it more as an offensive weapon as opposed to a tool to put Moreno in a bad spot.
Oh, right? Good right hand.
Good right
hand
right there. That was excellent.
Another good kick to the leg.
Really tough pace here from both guys.
Tariq never sat down during his intermissions here. Every time he had a chance, he was up. His seconds were talking to him about it. We've talked about that before, but it didn't seem to affect his cardio too much.
Oh, big shot there from Moreno.
There it is.
That was a good fight.
That was an excellent fight. I mean, that third round was probably Moreno, but you know that's first and second round were very close. And I know both of you guys, I believe, had Tariq in that first and second round. And honestly, I understand why. I think that's a very logical and reasonable estimate. So we'll see. I mean, it depends what the judges feel is most valuable.
You know, he says that just to make me feel good, and he knows I'm wrong.
I think that last fight, you know, between I think about Ian Kareem and Lucas Rodriguez, I had Rodriguez, I had Kareem winning that one pretty clearly, and it ended up that Rodriguez got the nod. But I think that's probably because of the pressure in the clinch that he had. So when I look at this fight, I'm like, well, there wasn't a lot of clinch work. There was a lot of really good footwork from Moreno. There was a lot of good cutting off from Tariq. It's hard to figure out. I don't really know what the call is going to be, but it is close. Head coach Liam Pinero over there actually motioned over to me and gestured like, I don't know, it could have gone either way. And I'm giving him like, hey, listen, it was close.
Definitely going to be a close one. All right, it looks like we got the results. And again, we're waiting on gloves. We'll get them off, I promise. Hey, there we go. All right, Victor Malamala has both fighters. Let's throw it down to Chris, get some official results. Chris Fuller, take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges scored the bout 29-28 for your winner by unanimous decision. Out of the red corner, it's Tariq Razack.
And it looks like you guys were spot on there. So they gave those first 2 rounds, I believe,
Don't ever doubt me, Skylar.
I was on the same team as you.
I know. I was reassuring myself.
Oh, okay.
Guys, there's no teams up here, you know?
All right, great job there, Tariq. And when we come back, we have 12, 13, and 14. We're edging closer to the main event.